Today I'm answering the question, what results have I seen in my life and in general from permaculture? And this could be a very long conversation because I have seen so much benefit in my life. If you take a look at my other videos, you'll hear me talking about how I was attracted to permaculture, the principles, the practices, the implementations I've been in. But I think what's really been the boon to me is that I found a way to express who I am through permaculture. I'm able to bring a little bit of the flavor of what I like to do. And a big part of that is life design. I really like helping people to create more emotional sovereignty of their life, to design their life actively if they're pivoting to a new business through regenerative business mentorship, or through just understanding themselves more completely. Clients in the past have called me a Sherpa, that I help them get to these high, lofty places that they're interested in going. I take their baggage, but I tell them how to let go of it and how to get to where they're going. And years ago, during Permaculture Voices 1, a conference put on by Diego Footer, I gave a presentation. And it was all about this idea about finding your inflection point. Where do you come alive? Where do you bring permaculture into the work that you do? And at the end of the conversation, this gentleman came up to me and he says, "You know what? I think you saved my life." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Well, years ago, I took a PDC, Permaculture Design Certificate, and I was so taken by it. And my instructor said, everyone should compost. That's what everyone should do." And so I went and did that. And I've been making compost for 3 years. I've been trying to do it commercially. I'm not doing well. I'm not making money. And what I realized is that during your talk, I'm a mechanic. I always have been. I like working with my hands. I'm spatially aware. I started working on cars with my dad when I was young. And I should use permaculture in what I do. I should become the permaculture mechanic. And I just want to thank you for that, because you've allowed me to be who I am. And that's what I think permaculture can give, and what, when we apply our celebrity-obsessed culture, which I don't believe is a positive manifestation of humanity, to permaculture, we can think, oh, I have to be Rosemary Morrow, I have to be Jeff Lawton, I have to be Robin Clayfield or Jude Hobbs or Joe Tobias. I have to be all these people instead of myself in this world. Sometimes it's not about being the designer, the installer. Sometimes it's about doing that one thing you love. I had a client years ago who just loved making jams and ketchup and jellies, and she ended up doing that. That was the thing she loved to do. It's all about being conscientious and inflecting upon who you are, having you be an inflection point. One of the things that I've enjoyed in permaculture is I've got to meet a number of people in the world, and I got to meet a lot of Cuban permaculturalists. And the Cuban permaculturists make no difference between a permaculture promoter, somebody who talks about it and is interested in it, but lives in a suburban area or an urban area and can't practice at the full scope as the practicing farmers. But they don't see them as different. They all see as working towards an aims, because it really is a way of being. Permaculture has been a transformative tool in my life, and there's definitely a mark before and after permaculture. And I think what's interesting is that I'm a lowercase p permaculturalist. It's a tool in my toolbox for regenerative land design and regenerative life design. It's something I use to help people understand who they are and how they can apply themselves. And similarly, when you want to build a house, you're actually trying to build a home. That's the value you're looking for. But when you go and call for a carpenter or a contractor to come and build your house, you don't get super excited because they have a screwdriver in their tool belt. You don't go, oh my God, it's a screwdriverist. Because what you're looking for is somebody competent who's able to understand what you're doing and is able to build that house so you can build a home. Similarly, permaculture is this tool that I think helps us build lives of meaning, to live in right livelihood, to be in a place that allows us to develop a life of ethic, to be in an ethic, to be in a place of value, and to be of service to other people. And that's what's created such an incredible, rich life for me, is being involved in this incredible way of being, this tool that has allowed me to find my gifts and to give them meaningfully to others, to help others see themselves in their work and develop into complete human beings. Masanobu Fukuoka, who was a proponent of no-till gardening, said that agriculture, farming, the act of cultivation wasn't so much the cultivation of the land, but the cultivation of the person to a point of perfection. And I love that. I think permaculture adds to my life by consistently reminding me that I live in ecology. Ecology evolved me, and that the principles of ecology can be applied to me, and then I can apply them into my work and continually produce more throughout that process. So permaculture's made all the difference. Thanks for listening.